Hi everyone, I'm Fernanda, and for today's video, I'm going back to my roots by drawing One Piece. Gender swapping characters isn't anything new, but I still want to point out that I got the idea to make this video after watching Chocopinks' video where she turned One Piece men into women, and because of Kai's Corner's version of the gender bend Straw Hats. By the way, both are amazing YouTubers which you should totally check out. At the end of each of my designs, I'll be comparing them to Oda's version of the Genderbend Straw Hats to see the differences. I'm not trying to say that mine are better than his, this is purely just for fun and not meant to be taken too seriously. I decided to gender swap their post-time skip designs and had so much fun doing them. I really miss drawing these guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy them too. The first character I'm starting off with is Luffy. She was pretty easy to do since I don't think Luffy would change much as a girl anyways, so the only major difference I made was giving her a black sports bra to cover up her top. I really wanted you to still be able to see her scar, but I didn't want her to be topless, and so I settled for the sports bra. The other Straw Hats probably forced her to wear it anyways. I also thought that it'd be fun to take a look at Oda's own designs of the gender bend Straw Hats and compare them to mine. To be fair, I don't think we're meant to take these too seriously since they're only just sketches, but I still think they're interesting to look at. Luffy looks really cute, but I have a few questions about the "I'll eat some salad" thing. I feel like regardless of Luffy's gender, she'd still eat meat anyways. I mean, there's Bonnie who's also obsessed with food as much as Luffy, and she's a girl. But like I said, at the end of the day, I don't think these were made to be taken too seriously, they're just fun to look at. Next, we have Zoro. I also didn't really need to change much of Zoro's design cause I feel like the outfit he wears would be something his female version would wear too. I did move his haramaki to cover his chest though. I was gonna put a bra or something else instead, but thought it would look too similar to Luffy's, and so I thought to use her haramaki instead, which I think did the job. I was also considering giving her a ponytail, but honestly, I feel like female Zoro would be the type to just chop off her hair with one of her swords. Oda's version of her also has short hair, but oh my gosh, her saying "3 sword style, I'll chip a tooth" is so funny to me. I can't take these seriously. The next character I'm doing is Nami. Oh boy, Nami was a struggle for me to do. I thought I had figured out a design for him, but then became unhappy with the shirt I gave him cause I didn't think it'd be something he'd wear post-time skip. I wanted to find an equivalent to her wearing a bra to give him, but I couldn't settle on anything. I was thinking of just leaving him shirtless, but I feel like Nami switching her bras each arc is so in character for her, and I wanted a way to show that through his outfits too. I eventually just moved on and tried figuring it out at the end, which I sort of did, but I still don't know if I'm 100% happy with it. I gave him a sort of like neck bandana thing, which does the purpose I wanted it to by having the same design as her bra, which he could change, but I just think it looks so funny on him. And compared to Oda's, I don't think they're too different except that he looks kind of intimidating in his version. Next, we have one of my favorites, Ussop. Ussop was a lot of fun to do and I love the way she turned out. Just like the others, the only major difference I made was giving her a top which I colored white to match her hat and some of the accessories on her pants. But although I didn't change much, I am still obsessed with how she turned out. I think she looks so pretty, I love her. And I also love Oda's version of her. She's still very much in character to her male counterpart, unlike the others. And her design is just so pretty overall. I love this one. And speaking of pretty, the next design we have is Sanji. Sanji's design was one I was so excited to do cause I know he'd slay as a girl, and I was right. I was considering giving her short hair but settled on long hair cause I just love the way it looks on her, and I like to imagine that pre-time skip Sanji had short hair and outgrew it over the 2 years just like Nami did. I also kept her suit pretty similar to the original, but I did give her a skirt cause she looks amazing in it. But I was considering giving her pants since she kicks to fight, but after asking a fellow Sanji expert, she gave me the idea to give her shorts underneath. You can't see them, but they're there. And I gave her tights too. Oda's design is what I imagine pre-time skip female Sanji to look like before she grew her hair. She is so pretty! And next up we have Chopper. If I'm being honest, I don't think I changed Chopper too much. I tried keeping her design pretty close to the original but gave her a skirt instead since I thought that if I kept her shorts that she'd end up looking like the original Chopper. I also gave her little fur leg warmers which I think are a nice touch. In Oda's design, she kind of looks younger but is still very cute. He also changed the X on her hat to a heart, which I don't really understand, but it was probably made to make her look more girly. I I still wanted to keep the OG hat though. At the end, I think she still looks like male Chopper, but I tried. And next up, we have Robin. I had a pretty good idea on what I wanted him to look like, so it wasn't much of a struggle. I kept pretty much the original Robin's outfit, but changed the skirt into pants and gave him short hair. I was really considering giving him long hair, but ended up settling on the short hair. I do kinda wish I would have gave him the longer hair though. It's okay. I like him either way. He's still handsome. And compared to Oda's version, they're quite different. His Robin looks super tough and scary, while mine looks more gentle and less intimidating. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know Robin can definitely be tough and scary when she gets serious, but it's still funny to look at. Next up, we have Franky. There wasn't much change to Franky's design either. I did draw her with his pre-time skip hairstyle though, since I'm not really a big fan of the buzz cut. I'm sorry. I just love his flamboyant hairstyle. It's so Franky. And I was gonna give her a bra since that's a popular design choice I see on her, but then I thought of keeping the original shirt but instead tying it up to give it a more feminine touch, while still staying true to the original design. It's a pretty simple design choice, but when I came up with it at the time, I felt so smart. But honestly, it might have even been done already. I'm still really happy with how she turned out though, and Oda's version isn't too different either. The only major difference I see is just the way she speaks. She's speaking so proper. And now we have Brook. I was honestly really scared to draw Brook because I'm not really good at drawing skeletons, and so I thought I'd struggle a lot, but it went by smoother than I expected. Like Chopper's, I don't really notice any major differences when it comes to Brook, but I tried. I tied up her hair and tried making her crown look more like a queen crown. I don't even know if that's a thing honestly, but an attempt was made. Her outfit didn't change much either since I think it's still something she would wear. I was considering giving her a skirt, but I feel like the flared pants look nicer. I also did give her a small eyelash, which technically wouldn't be there since she is a skeleton, but I feel like without it, she'd look like the original Brook. Even Oda struggled with this since his design is literally just normal Brook. Also, just a little fun fact, in order to help me figure out how to make Brook look more feminine, I was looking at pictures of Mama Imelda from Coco. It was the only character I could think of. And last but certainly not least, we have Jinbei. I always struggle with drawing Jinbei, but I'm pretty happy with the end result. I don't think Jinbei has like a set post-time skip outfit, so I just settled on the one that he has once he officially joins the crew during Wano. And just like the others, I didn't really change much. I just gave her a bit of lipstick and changed her hairstyle to a half up, half down look. Also, I did keep the little things on the side of his head onto the female design. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be like some sort of sideburns, but it didn't really feel like him without them, so I kept them. Editing Fernanda here, they are indeed sideburns. And when comparing her to Oda's design, she's pretty different. In his version, she looks super cute and not as tough as male Jinbei. And for some reason, her hair is straight except for the top part, which I don't really get, but either way, I still kept it the same as his original hair. And that's all of the Straw Hat's gender bent. Like I said, I had so much fun drawing these. And again, I do want to mention that I'm not trying to call Oda's designs ugly or anything. I just think they're fun to look at and thought it'd be interesting to compare them to my designs. This isn't supposed to be a contest to see whose designs are better. At the end of the day, I love Oda's work and this is just for fun. I hope you guys enjoyed and let me know which one of these is your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you have a great day.